What's happening, my friends? Welcome back to another vlog. And for today's topic, I'm talking about another slightly controversial. Actually, it's still a pretty controversial topic, even in modern society today, surprisingly. But what I wanted to talk about today was hunting for sport. And hunting for sport is something that has always really driven me crazy because I don't understand the method of it in modern society. Now, look, hunting has been a part of American culture for a long time. Nobody is denying that, right? But you guys have to keep in mind that, this was before the existence of grocery stores. We have these stores now that you can go to and buy food. And true, we're still slaughtering animals, but it's not killing psychopathically. It's not killing sociopathically. And what I mean by that is, for instance, if my neighbor shot their dog, right? Or shot their cat or something like that, right? That person wouldn't get arrested just because they were firing a handgun, but because it's bizarre behavior. You don't shoot a dog, you don't shoot a cat, you don't, if you capture a squirrel and torture it or something like that, that's bizarre behavior. We don't really accept that in society because there's something wrong. If you're killing something or you're torturing something, you've done something that inhumane, then there's obviously something wrong. So why exactly isn't that kind of pushed over into the world of hunting? Well, it's because, like I said, it's because in American culture, hunting has always been a part of what we've done. That's how we used to get our food, right? We used to go out and we used to hunt our food. But today, we have a system set up where our food is pre-butchered, and there are some gray areas with that. Well, I'm sure I'll discuss that on my channel in another day too. But nevertheless, our animals are pre-butchered and put into the stores for us to buy. You don't need to take a gun and go out into the woods and hunt for food. If you hunt for food, that's your choice, right? That's your choice. And if you do hunt for food, I don't necessarily have a problem with that either, because if you do want to make that choice, if you are living off the grid, you do hunt for your own food. So I do understand some areas of that. But hunting for sport to me is completely sociopathic, because it doesn't need to exist. It shouldn't exist in modern society, especially, like I said, especially with the existence of stores that have pre-made food. Everything that we need exists in grocery stores. You don't need to go out and kill a deer. You don't need to go out and kill a bear or a moose or something like that. And living in Maine, me personally, we still here in Maine have some of the most inhumane trapping methods you guys can imagine. I mean, literally, we literally allow hunters up here in Maine to trap, to bait bears. Literally use food like candy and donuts and stuff like that to bait bears. And then, the bears will get caught in a trap. They'll get their paw caught in a trap, and then the hunters just come up and shoot them in the head. Just cold blood. Shoot them in the back of the head. And we're trying to get that out of Maine. There was a whole voting program going on about that. I actually went around and had petitions signed. I was one of the guys going around getting signatures to put this on the ballot, and it did get on the ballot, but unfortunately it didn't pass. And I mean, that should tell you a lot. That's not in Maine. A lot of people around the entire United States would have agreed with that law. And I think that's the problem is, why are we allowing this sociopathic behavior to go on? It's it has nothing to do with culture or tradition. Going out and shooting animals in cold blood is not hunting. It's murder. It should be considered murder because, look, animals don't have the same capacity as humans, right? We're not talking about the same brain. We're not even talking about the same creature. But animals are still living, breathing things with souls and families. That's a fact. That's not just some Disney crap. That's a fact. They are living, breathing animals with families. And you're going out there and you're killing them. Like, it's not hunting. You guys, like, you guys hide and wait for things to come along and shoot them, sneak up on them and shoot them. It's like, if you guys want to hunt, like, strip down naked and carve a knife out of a stick and go out there and take the deer down, and go out there and take the moose down, go out there and take the bear down. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see you guys try to pull that off. But on a larger level, it's psychotic. It really is. It's psychotic to allow this to happen in a time where human beings are already encroaching so much on nature just with our housing. And we still allow hunting to go on. We still allow people to go out into the woods and to shoot animals. Not only are we encroaching on their environment, but we're allowed to go out there and shoot them too. Like we can just go shoot them at will. And it's just I really firmly believe that as much as I don't like government intrusion on things, there really needs to be some kind of like a government mandate that really, firmly states like, we need to step back hunting. We cannot be killing animals anymore. You guys can't be going out there and shooting things anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just can't happen. It's completely, and to be taking kids out there. I mean, again, living in Maine, sometimes they do news features about families who take their kids out for their first moose kill. Moose are about to be endangered. If you keep down this path, they're going to be. And then they're just going to fall into the same category as other endangered animals. Why do we hunt things to extinction? We are notorious in this country for hunting things to extinction. Part of what built this country was hunting things to extinction. You don't believe me? Look it up. Look up how much just America, how much hunting itself is just ingrained in American culture, and how much we wiped species out, and we're still doing it today. It has to stop. Someone has to stop this. Someone has to say, no, you guys are not allowed to go out there and just shoot anymore. You guys, we have to leave nature alone. We have to leave it alone. This is a time where the planet is in a lot of trouble. And, a huge part of the problem, I mean, obviously, aside from things like pollution, a huge part of the problem is people just not caring about the planet. We don't care about our own planet that we live on. If you shoot every deer, eventually there will be no deer. If you shoot every moose, eventually there will be no moose. Eventually there will be no bear. Eventually there will be nothing. Eventually there will be no forest to hunt in anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we need to stop this behavior. We need to find a way to quell this behavior, to kind of like cause people to take a step back and be like, no, we can't do this anymore. We can't allow this anymore. We have to allow our planet to flourish and to survive. And it has nothing to do with what you want to do. Like, we live here on this planet. We do have one dictator on this planet, and that is Mother Earth. Because when she's gone, we're not here either. So it's time for us to start taking nature into consideration for once. Like, maybe we shouldn't be, cutting down trees and hunting and polluting the atmosphere and doing all these terrible things to Earth. It's time to scale back. And one of the ways we can start is with hunting. We need to stop hunting for sport, not hunting for food. Like I said, you live off the grid, whatever. There's a lot of gray area in there that I really can't touch. But hunting for sport, that has to stop. We have to stop that activity. There should be no hunting for sport anymore at all. That has got to be outlawed. It has to be in some ways outlawed. So those are my thoughts and views and opinions on the situation, guys. Now it's time for you guys to leave all of your thoughts and ideas down below in the Great White Void. And I'll see you guys back here for the next vlog very soon. Later.